Now, in this subject, we are going to go to the campaigns part, okay? And let's just scroll down a bit, right? You are going to click create campaign, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Visits to my website. To run search ads, audience ads, search ads. Click next. Bing has updated its interface considerably. We'll click next. Let's call this COVID campaign 1, okay? One, and let's give it a budget of, let's say, 10. We're just testing things up here. And let's say, which country traffic does it that allow?
US.
United States. And target, then come down, uncheck this box, now save and go to next step, and let's call it add group 1, okay, and let's call it Bing. Right now, there are a few things that I would be guiding you. Now let's do you have the keywords, or shall I just use some test keywords here?
Oh, I don't have the keywords.
Did you say yes?
No, I said no.
No, okay, you said no. Okay, let's see. Let's just type here, enter your product or service. COVID file. Enter. Able to suggest it. So I think the word COVID is banned by, Bing. So COVID is blacklisted by Bing, the word COVID. I heard that in one of the articles. So clinical trial, right? So you need to stick with clinical trial, okay? And maybe chances are that you might need to even remove the keyword from here if for some reason it does not allow this landing page, okay? Right?
Okay.
So you need to even remove the keyword from here. So coming back, clinical trial. So let's just add these keywords for now. Check. So now go here and go to Bing and okay. Now I'm just adding these keywords for simple testing purposes. So you come down, you click save and go to next step, right? And here you click create ad, right? Now in this case, like let's simply call it. So we are just trying to understand the URL thing here, okay? Right?
Okay.
You create the ad here. Let's say this is your ad or whatever, right? So in this case, there are a few things that you can do, okay? Initially, let's say if you are not using a custom domain, what you can do is you can come down here, okay? Go to add URL options, and you see enter a tracking template, right?
Okay.
So this is where you can add this URL, okay? Right? Like
Okay. Excuse me. Okay. We are no longer using the first one, the LP1 Bing ads. This second one, this.
no, you're not going to use this one. You're going to use this one, okay?
Okay.
Right?
Okay. The one at the campaign level.
That's correct. The one at the campaign level, right?
Okay.
So you're going to use this one. You can use this thing. Let's say if you're not using a custom domain, okay, right? If this particular strategy works, like if Bing allows you to approve your campaign, you can go with this, right? Otherwise, you would have to, work on adding a custom domain, like add this domain to Bemob, right? Add this domain to Bemob, um, which would be one extra step, right? That won't cost you anything, of course, but you just have to go into your hosting and add their name servers, wait for 24 hours, right? But sometimes this step works if Bing approves your campaign. So you copy this link here, right? At the
Okay.
campaign level link, right? Copy. See, you need to have a notepad when you're working with all this tracking stuff. Without a notepad, it could get super confused. Then you go to Bing, right? And you add the tracking template thing here, okay? Now, the next thing that you can do is you can go back, copy this link, okay?
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Copy that link and then go to Bing. And here you can add at the top in the final URL section, you can add this link, right? Now you see this, it would appear something like this, okay? Start the
Okay.
process now, okay? Right? But when somebody clicks on that ad, right, the link that would be triggered would be this one, okay? Now, for the sake of understanding, let's see. Now, here's the thing, right? You always need to contact the Bing Ads support desk and send them this landing page link, okay? And tell them that if this is compliant with their platform before even you create the campaign, right? Or you can just create the campaign, pause it, and then send them this link, right? Because sometimes the support desk asks that, like, which particular campaign are you going to add this link to, right? Now, the best part about working with Bing, um, uh, Charles, is that their support desk is available 24 by 7, okay?
Okay.
So whenever you run a new offer, right, send them the landing page that you created and ask them, is this compliant? When they say yes, this is compliant, uh, then take a screenshot of that particular agreement that you have with them when they say yes, the discussion, right? So that if something goes wrong with your Bing Ads account, right, you can always send that screenshot back to them that I actually talked with your executive and he said yes, right? This way, your Bing Ads account will become bulletproof to any kind of suspension. You getting my
Okay.
point? See, understand.
Yes.
Uh, we cannot prevent getting the accounts from suspended, but we can always take precautions, right? And this is the best method. My account not never got suspended just because of this. Okay,
Okay.
so this is good with Bing. Now, in this case, do you have those ad copies? Can you open the document in which I gave you some COVID clinical trial ad copies so that we can add this ad copy in Bing? Just open the document. So now let me take a look at your ad copy. In this case, we're just adding one ad copy. Find the right clinical trial. Start searching now. And let's just scroll down. Now you can always, go to espionage and see, uh, like, we created. Did you create your espionage.com? Okay, and you can always go here and see, find out some ad copies for yourself. Did you create your free account with them earlier?
Not yet.
Okay, so in this case, what you can do is you can type COVID here, right? COVID clinical trial, trial, and click search, right? So you can search the terms, but you see zero stuff appeared, right? When I type the word COVID, right? That mean, what does this mean? This means the word COVID is really not uh, allowed on neither Bing or Google. Make sense?
Yes.
Now, if I remove the word COVID, right, and then if I click search, Then you see ads just appeared, right? Now you understand that it's not a good idea to use COVID, right? So again, now these are the offers. So just wanted to make, just wanted to be double sure on my assumption that COVID is banned by that, right? So that's why I just wanted to, check it in front of you, right? Now, coming back here, right? Now, let's say uh, we're not using the word COVID in the ad copy, neither in the landing, neither in the keywords, but it's still in the landing page. That might, might not approve your ad, but let's try, okay? Right? But here's the thing, even sometimes if it approves your campaign, it blocks your campaign after some time, right? So in this case, it's always a good idea to, save the campaign, then pause it, and then go back to the support desk, okay? So let's click save. I'm clicking save for the sake of seeing if this particular link goes with the tracking template thing. Sometime if it does not go, then you have to add a custom domain. Okay, let's click test. Let's see if it goes green. Okay, landing page found. So if this goes green, then awesome. Okay,
I didn't hear you.
yes. Okay, I'm saying when I clicked the test button, this went green, right?
Went green.
See, this went green. Not green,
Okay,
but
okay.
this, sorry, it did not go green, but earlier it used to go green, but right now they've changed their interface. See, you see the tick mark here, right? The
Yes,
checkbox.
yes.
So that means that it says landing page found, right? Now, if you
Okay.
come here, check this out. See, tracking template is this one, click URLs with parallel tracking, right? Landing page found, tracking call successful, right? Landing page found when parallel tracking is not supported, right? When with parallel tracking. So landing page found, tracking doable, right?
Fine.
So that means the you don't need to use the custom domain, right? As long as this link goes to this link, for example, right? Your tracking link goes to the domain that you have added in the final URL, you will see this checkbox coming in, right? Sometimes if it does not come in, at sometimes it does not come in, but in that case, you need to click the save button and see if your ad gets approved, right? If your ad does not get approved, you have to add a custom domain and then add a direct custom domain and then not use the tracking link, okay? Right?
Okay.
So now when you click save, um, I think you can use this page, but I don't want to click save right now. Or let's say if I click save, I'm going to, go back and check my landing page. So I'm going to click save here in this case, right? And come down. Right? Now you obviously you need to add more ad copies. At least 10 ad copies are recommended as minimum, right? The more
Okay.
ad copies, the better. The more data you give to Bing to optimize. Okay. Now you click save and go to next step, right? In this case, then it will ask you the budget, right? Here you are going to select manual, use the bid I set, okay, right?
Okay.
This
Okay.
don't go for enhanced bid because otherwise it's going to charge you more as per its own understanding. So just go for always go for the manual, use the bid I set. The initial 0.30 is the best sweet spot, okay, to 0.30 cents is the sweet spot for starting up, okay, right?
Okay.
It's not too high, it's not too low, okay. Now you come to the campaign targets. Here you can see your countries, right? Always go for one country in one single campaign, okay? Don't go for multiple countries, because if you go for multiple countries, sometimes your campaign will not be approved because Bing has different rules for different countries, right? So if you're using an ad copy or a keyword or something, right? And if that country has a conflict with that ad copy, the rule, your whole campaign will be disapproved, right? So
Okay.
always create campaigns specific to one country at a time. Okay. What I like to do is I always like to, decrease the tablet traffic to 90% because I've never seen tablet converting, right? You can keep the desktop in the smartphone. Um, Obviously, if you have checked if your landing page is working perfectly fine on smartphone, you can keep this on, but if not, you can turn this off. Okay, like decrease it to 90%, right? But yes, you always receive more traffic from smartphone as compared to desktop. Okay, here you set up your date, right? Let's say you set up your date 3 days from now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. But no, this is 2021. We need January. Okay, December 2020. So that would be 2020, December, and it would be the today's date is 17, 18, 19, 20, right? This is like 12, 20 December, right? And here you can even set the timing, okay? Let's say when you see once you see the data, you can see the data in terms of timings in your Bemob, right? And if you know particular timings, you can always test by timings. Let's scroll down. Okay, audience ads. So let's keep as it is. Ad distribution. Now, see, all search networks, these are the syndicated search partners. Okay, Bing,
Okay.
AOL, and Yahoo syndicated search partners only, right? This only applies to website in certain locations for Bing only, okay? This option includes native ads in Bing and only applies to websites in certain locations. Now understand something here, okay? This is important for you to understand. See, all search networks is Bing, AOL, Yahoo, and other Bing apps partners in this case, like the whole Bing network, right? So your ad would be shown in the Bing network plus with all the tie-ups that Bing has with, right? So your ad
Okay.
would be shown everywhere, okay, outside the Bing network as well, where they have partners and tie-ups, right? Bing, AOL, and Yahoo and search owned and operated only. This means that your ad would only be shown in the Bing section, the Bing search engine, AOL, and Yahoo search engine operate own and operated only. This section, so your ads would be shown only in the Bing's own platforms. Okay, right?
Okay.
So this means if you select this one, you would be getting tons of different, your product would be shown everywhere. Your ad would be shown everywhere, okay? Outside the
Okay.
Bing network as well, right? If you select this, your ad would be shown in the Bing's platforms itself, the Bing search engine, the AOL and Yahoo. The Bing, AOL, and Yahoo syndicated search partners only, right? Now, again, this is like Bing, AOL, and Yahoo with syndicated search partners. This is like it has some partners, but this one does not have any partners. So in this case, you have to test which one is working, right? So let's say you create 3 campaigns, right? One campaign with similar settings, one campaign it goes to this one, another campaign goes to this one, campaign number three, for campaign number three, this one is selected, right? And then you can see which one is giving you higher CTR rate. The minimum CTR rate should be at least 1% to be on the positive side. Okay, if you're getting something, if you're getting a CTR below 1%, right? Obviously it won't be 100% because of this. Obviously your ad copy needs to be good as well, right? But let's say if you're using at least 10 ad copies, right? One ad copy would always get a better CTR, right? But you need to test all these partners with different campaigns so that you can see which one works, right? Like for example, I'll give you a quick example here. If you select this, right, your ad will be also shown in this search engine, because I saw that in one of the reports. This search engine is called DuckDuckGo. Duck, 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 DuckGo. Okay. This is a search engine, okay, DuckDuckGo, right? So when someone comes and types maybe clinical trial here, okay, right? Your ad would be shown in the search engine as well, okay?
Okay.
Your Bing ad. Make sense? This is what
Yes.
it means, like outside the Bing, right?
Yes.
Now you understand the example. Now there are hundreds of search engines, right? Who are using maybe the API of Bing, right?
Okay.
So in that case, like there are tons of small search engines that are made by people who use the API of these big platforms, and then they put the search engine of that. So that, but in this case, but in if you use the Bing and Bing only partners, your ad would be shown on Bing.com only. Make sense, right?
Makes sense.
Like obviously this search engine, obviously this person can't own the whole search engine, right? Obviously he's using an API of some other big platform, right? That's why it's able to see the stuff, right?
Okay.
Now coming back to our Bing campaign, right? So in this case, let's say you select this one. Obviously there would be more traffic. Now when it says native ads, do you know what native ads means, Charles?
Yeah, I think native ads are kind of those banners like
Okay,
MG tents.
okay. Mhm. Okay, so let me make it simple, right? So native ads are the ads. It's the blogging network, right? So let's say if you go to a big website, let's say let's try to go to Healthline, right? Healthline, right? Let's see if Healthline has native ads. It must have native ads below it, maybe. So the, let's say there are some articles shown at the bottom of some offers, like these are kind of native ads. I'm not sure these are by Healthline itself, but let's click on this, any of these links. No, this is not a native ad. But what happens is, when you go to some website that has a lot of traffic, right? There are articles running at the bottom, right? These
Like eBay.
articles are the native ads. No, not eBay in this case. The articles running at the bottom of a big website, right? Like this, something like this, right? Those are native ads, right? And the native
eBay,
ads look
eBay
something
has
like this.
has it. eBay has it.
eBay has it.
Yes.
Okay, so those are native ads, right? So that means your ad would be shown in that way, okay, right? That's what it means here, right? So now, but understand this thing, right?
Like
See, you
you,
need
you,
to
you you
test.
mean this? Let me show you something. You mean this?
Yes,
You mean
that's native ads. That's native ads. Perfect. So let's say if this person, let's say if we click here, right? Look at the tracking link, okay? Look closely at the tracking link when we click here. See, cloud videos, right? Now it had a
okay?
tracking, right? It redirected us.
Okay.
Now,
Yes. Yes.
that was something now related to some tracker, right? So now it sent us. Now this is a landing page, okay? This thing is a landing page. Some affiliate is running this, right? Now you can always see when you see a number of tokens, right? It means it's a tracker, right? If you see all of these numbers, right? These are tokens, okay, right? So
Okay.
someone is
Okay.
tracking this, okay? That means this is an affiliate link, right? And this person
Yes.
is running a native ad with some platform. There are tons of native ad platforms, right? So
Yes.
so this is what it means, right? So coming back to Bing, right? Now, in this case, so that's why you need to test, right? Now, these platforms have millions of traffic, right? So you need to test if this is working or the stuff is working. So you need to have a unique campaign for each of these buttons, right? Once you get
Okay.
to know that part, right? Well, then you can scale up on it, right? So let's say you can create campaign number one, all partners, campaign number two, Bing owned Bing owned and operated only, campaign number three, Bing syndicated partners only, right? Now you click save, And as soon as you click save, right? Um, let's see, eligible. Now, if this shows eligible, then it means that your campaign has been approved. Okay. Now,
Okay.
you can always go inside, you know, the campaign. I would advise you to even remove the word COVID from the campaign name as well. As well, it just came to my mind. We're going to remove the word COVID. We're going to put clinical trial there, right? Because if they don't like the word COVID, they won't like it anyway. Now, in this case, one important thing, okay? You need to, after you've created the whole campaign, you need to come back to the keyword section, right? Check this box, then click select all keywords from here, right?
Okay.
And then all 489 selected, right? Then you simply go to edit section, then you go to change match types, right? Never run traffic on broad, okay?
Okay.
So you click, otherwise you will receive too much irrelevant traffic, you will lose money, okay? You change this from broad to phrase, okay? Phrase is good.
All
So
right.
then you click save, save, right? And this should turn into phrase. Make double check if this is turned to phrase, right? Okay. Now,
Okay.
there's one thing that you can always do. See, this is a very powerful trick, right? See, what you can do is you can have this clinical trial offer, one keyword clinical trial in terms of broad, okay? Like clinical trial, let's copy clinical trial, right? Add keyword, right? And add this term as broad, okay? Then you can add clinical trial as exact as well, right? So if you want to add it from here, you're just going to add these brackets, right? So this is broad. If you're not adding anything, this is, clinical trial is
Exact.
exact, right? And if you add inverted commas, it would be phrase, okay? If you, so we are going to add this particular offer as exact in broad as well, and we're going to add this keyword. Okay, so click save. So these two, so one keyword, so the main keyword, right? So let's say clinical trial is the main keyword, so you can add that one keyword as broad. This is nice testing, okay? So one keyword is broad, so you will be receiving traffic from this keyword as broad match type, right?
Yes.
And this keyword would be exact, right? So you can
Yes.
use combinations of this, but don't use too many broad keywords, okay? Right? You
Oh,
need to use only one focus keyword as broad. Like, what is the focus keyword for this offer? Clinical trial is the focus keyword. So you can go for, you can put clinical trial as broad, right? So
okay. Okay.
pending editorial review, right? Now let's just go to the ad section here, okay? And this says eligible, so your ad is eligible as well, right? Now, but I would still like to go back. This is kind of an extra step, but I always like to do it because it could help me save my account from getting suspended. Because what's going to happen is a real person is not going to suspend your account if you do something which is not, you know uh, good, which is not liked by the Bing ads bots, they're going to suspend your account. Then you just have to go, your account would be suspended automatically by the bots, right? So in that
Okay.
case, then you have to contact the support and the support will give you a hard time, right? So you pause this campaign, right now, and then you go back to Bing, contact their support desk, and ask them, now this is post COVID campaign, right? Now what we are going to do is, before even we contact them, we are just going to change the word of COVID to clinical trial here. So let's just go to this campaign thing. Now Bing has made a bit hard for us to, go back to the overview section. Let's click all campaigns, right? And let's click campaigns. And I need you to change the word COVID with clinical trial, please. So you click this pencil sign here, okay? pencil sign, and you change it with clinical one, clinical one, okay, and click save, and there you go. Right now, what you can do is you can click this help, right? So